Hello everybody, welcome back to Rough Cut Woodworking with Mr. Ellefson. Today we're going to do another toolbox. This toolbox, I have a smaller version, but I decided it wasn't big enough, so I made it taller and I made it more intricate. So I put in dovetail joints on all the corners. In addition, I put a removable tray on top. Now the reason that I made this one out of different kinds of wood is simply to show the joinery, but also to show that you can make this out of any wood you want. Just pick whichever one you'd like. So the previous one we did out of alder, which is a softer wood, but this one's out of walnut and it works great. So on this case, it's going to take a little bit more time, but it's small, it's intricate, so let's get started with the pieces. As always, we come to the upcut saw first to do some rough cutting. Remember, rough cutting is at 1 inch. Now the two ends, they're going to be a certain width, but they're all 10 inches tall. Now none of my wood comes 10 inches wide. It'd be impressive if you found some. So all I did is I rummaged through the scrap bin and found some wormy maple that I wanted to use to make it out of. None of it is 10 inches wide, so I found enough boards so that I can get that width and glue them together. Remember, you don't necessarily need 2 boards that are 5 inches wide to get a 10. You don't need that. You could have 5 different boards 2 inches wide. In this case, I have 3 different pieces that are all different widths. That's fine. You glue them together, you'll have your panel. So my point is, don't keep rummaging through. If you found something small or large that'll work, use that. Just try not to waste a lot of wood. So set it to 20 inches. Now 20 inches is the rough size. I'll be able to get both sides out of that. Set that to 20 and cut. I've got a couple of pieces. Now we're going to focus just on the ends for right now. Now you saw that we jointed the edge, and I have a pretty bad edge here, so take your tape measure and make sure to cut all that off. And do that on each piece. Now I have 3 different size pieces, so I'll be moving the fence 3 times, and that's fine. Then we're just going to glue them together over on the glue table. I've already done kind of a cursory inspection just to see, first of all, do I have my 10 inches? Yes, I've got almost 11 here. I've got at least my 20, and I don't see any big gaps between them. If you see big gaps, it means your table saw, you came away from the fence a little. Joint the edge once on the green joiner. Takes off a little bit less, and that should true that up. Now we just glue them together, just like we've done before. Try to keep them as flat as you can, though we are planing these down to 5/8 of an inch. That's a little bit thinner than we usually do. So if you're a little off, that's all right. There's a lot of forgiveness on this one. So I snug these 2 up and then put one in the middle. Then crank down on them one more time. Put your name and your period on it, please, so this doesn't get lost in the mix.